Last year was a particularly interesting one, 2020, because it was the first time that Ramadan took place during, at the time, what was an effective lockdown.
Yeah.
What has last year's data shown us, and what can we learn from that in 2021, where, especially here in Dubai, it's not completely locked down, but there certainly are some restrictions in terms of people moving around?
Last year was crazy, man. I mean, looking at the search trends was crazy. And it depends on what industry you're looking at. Some industries, their search volumes went to the floor. So, for example, hotels, hospitality, the search volumes were just plummeting. But when you was looking at e-commerce websites, you was looking at, say, food delivery companies, the search volumes were going through the roof. So it was a very difficult year to kind of analyse any kind of traffic. But it's actually strange you mentioned that. For me, I think Ramadan come when we was in lockdown, so it was kind of overshadowed a little bit by the lockdown. I think everyone was more focused on the pandemic and when we're going to get out of that, rather than actually focusing their strategy on Ramadan. So I don't think many people would probably have much research to go off on last year's Ramadan.
That's a really good insight. So actually, it was so extreme, and the market, I guess the world's focus at that time was, what's going on with the pandemic and will we ever come out the other side of it? So maybe we can zone in on the sectors that did benefit. Certainly in 2021, the sectors that might benefit. Are there any sectors that would benefit more from a 2021 PPC, launching their PPC campaign or taking the time out to optimize it with you?
Yeah, for me, I think people who are running different e-commerce websites, selling products like clothing, accessories, jewelry, these kind of websites, I think need to be looking at a strategy for Ramadan for sure. Because again, there's shorter working periods. You're not just targeting the religious people who are very serious about Ramadan. The working hours are cut very short during the Ramadan period. So that means a lot of people who from different nationalities are also going to be searching online because
Are you talking about gifting though?
I'm talking about gifting here, and just general shopping online.
Yeah.
When you find that when people have a lot more time on their hands, that's the time when they want to start spending the money or looking to spend it. Now, on the other hand, from a different perspective in an industry, hospitality. So we all know that obviously when people break their fast, they have an iftar or they order food in for the families, and quite a lot as well because they have all of their families together. So I think this is a perfect time for restaurants and hotels to start recuperating a little bit of revenue back from what they lost last year. And that is definitely an industry that should be looking at Google Ads.